Hello everyone, welcome back to Fishing Planet. I'm not the chief. And today I'm back at Lone Star Lake in Texas, the starter lake. I figured I'd come back here, show you guys the places that I normally like fishing, and the spots that I usually go to. I have my 1/6 ounce silver casting spoon on my 8 pound rod, because that's pretty much what I started with. As soon as I could buy lures, I'm pretty sure this is the first lure I bought, and used it for quite a long time. And I've also had this rod for quite a long time. Like I said, it's 8 pounds, 8 pound test. The other stuff's a little bit better. So I got the 8 pound test line. The reel is 8.5 pounds. Made sure it was higher. And the rod itself goes as high as 9 pounds for the line. And then, like I said, 1/6 ounce casting spoon. And, let's see, so there. And I also showed in the last video, if you guys saw it, I used my first 5 marker buoys on this lake. I marked the deep point over here, which is where I was catching the catfish. That's usually where I get those, all the way down there. And I marked the deep hole there, the center of this deep hole, this little deep hole, this little deep hole. And then I was pointing out that these are actually like ridges, where it's a little bit shallower instead of deeper. And so you can find fish on those as well. Although I'm pretty sure when I marked these, those weren't marked. I think they've updated the map more recently and added those in. So most of the time when you see me casting out to the middle, I'll be casting towards my marker buoys. But that's not the only places I like to fish. I'll also come over here to the bridge, and you can kind of see there's a channel along the edge of the weeds here that you can cast on. And then I'll let it drop, and I'll usually do the stop and go with slower retrieve speed. Keep it relatively close to the bottom, on the bottom, or sometimes in the middle, depending on what I'm going for and what's getting hit. You'll get the spotted bass, you'll get the pickerel, and occasionally you get the crappie as well. I haven't quite got all the catfish I need for my achievement. I still need just under 70 more catfish. I also still need more crappie. I need more panfish. Pickerel. I don't need those, but I'm going to keep it. So, you get the one on that side. And then if you come over here, there's kind of one on this side as well that I'll cast towards. Although I believe on this side, if I zoom in, yeah, there's a patch of weeds there, so you can end up pulling through the weeds here. And I caught some, and it's not a fish. Hornwort, pondweed, same difference. I do not want that. So fishing over here, it might be better to use the slop spoons. Normally I don't bother with them. They're supposed to be less likely to get hung up with the weeds and stuff. But I haven't used either or enough and compared it to see if it actually helps or not. I mean, there are certain times where I'll get a weed almost every single time I cast, especially if I cast into the weeds. What'd I get? Trophy, white crappie. Cool. That gives me credit towards the trophy. Alright, so I got those places that I cast. Sometimes I'll cast out from here, but I normally don't get too much for it, or from doing that. Also, I also pointed out the worm pile. Don't forget that if you need worms. I don't think I'm going to do it right this second, because I don't think I have a place to put them. I still have the titanium leaders in my inventory, and I take them off to fish here, so I actually don't have any empty spaces. At the moment, I'm saving up to extend my home storage, but the top one for that is I think 300 gold bait coins. So that's going to take quite a bit. I think I have like 50 or 60 now. So let's see, that's about halfway, so that should be good. And stop and go. Can I get a spotted bass? Or another crappie? Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I should have let it sink more. Sometimes you'll still get something sorta close to shore. Well, maybe not. Works better when there's the weed patches and stuff. Let's see. That's the... Oh, that's where I am. Hey, you didn't move. Move. Come on. Move. Okay, what if I do this? And now go back. There we go. That was weird. I guess because I spawned it on that side, it thought I was still there. But before I go starting to fish for catfish again, since that's what I did most of the last episode, come over here. There's more patches of weeds. So I'll come right to the edge of these weeds, and I'll try and cast across. I may or may not be able to hit the other bank, I don't remember. Oop, guess I'm good. This time I'm letting it sink. Oop, got a hit. For a long time, this silver spoon was the only thing I used. I'd come, I guess at the time it was mud water, because I don't think Lone Star existed yet. And I'd just go to mud water and I'd catch bass and catch bass and catch bass. And then I'd go into the middle and I'd catch pike and I'd catch pike and I'd catch pike. Everything. So it definitely works for the fish that are aggressive. So the bass and the pike and the crappie. And then occasionally you may get something else on it as well. Missed. It's probably too close to the shore for me to get anything else, so I'm just going to reel it in. And then, let's see, I think if I come around this side, there's another area you can kind of cast through the weeds. see, where was it? I haven't been coming over here as much recently. I don't see it. Maybe I just kind of cast over the weeds. Let it sink down. Already hit the bottom. Oh, I got a hit. Keep it near the bottom then. Come back for it. It's possible I'm getting hit by stuff that's not big enough to want to eat this. Like the bluegill or something. What'd I get? Trophy white crappie. Okay. Alright, let's go back over here. Normally, if I'm going to fish into the middle of the lake, I do it from this side, not that side. One reason, at least with this one, I can get pretty close to it, so that I can cast all the way up past it and bring the lure back through that hole. And since I'm usually fishing the holes, I think that's another reason why I usually let it stay closer to the bottom. Ah, I missed. I'm a little surprised starting to use the bottom tackle with the feeder rod that I got for last episode. I noticed dragging it along the bottom, you can't actually see the changes in elevation. Spotted bass! That's the money fish here. If you're going for money here, you want to go for the spotted bass. Usually you'll also get the white crappie and the trophy white crappie too. And then occasionally you'll get the pickerel. I think I may have even got a catfish on this lure once or twice, but those times are few and far between. Like I said, I think it's happened like once or twice. And this is by far the lure that I've used most over the years. Oh, come on. They keep hitting it, and they're not biting it. I'm running out of line. I give up. Let's go to the next marker. Okay. This is probably my favorite spot, because you got the weeds on either side, and so if you stand right here between the weeds and cast towards where I have my marker, this is one of the deeper parts in the middle of the lake, and if you don't get anything out in the middle, usually you'll get a hit coming back through the weeds. Most of the time, the first cast or two will get something out in the middle, but not always. It probably depends on if it's cloudy or partly cloudy or sunny. All that stuff. Don't seem to be getting too much attention out in the middle, so maybe when I get closer, something will be sitting under the weeds. See, it looks like it's partially cloudy today because it's got the cloud and the sun. Oop, finally got a hit. Yeah, and I'm only 40 away. So it's probably white crappie or something that was sitting in the weeds. White crappie. Not a trophy like the others were, but I'll take it. Whoosh. Oop, forgot to let it sink. Bouncing on the bottom. Kind of surprised I'm not getting any spotted bass out there. Usually my first couple casts I'll get hits with spotted bass and then I'll start getting the crappie around the inside. Oop, there's something. Did you finally swim by? Or is it another crappie? Spotted bass. Now, which of the holes am I tossing at? Okay, that's the little one. Okay. But if I cast past it, I cast out into the main lake, so might be good to cast this way a little too. Now I'm out in the deeper part of the lake. That's usually where you'll get the freshwater drum if you're using the float tackle. Although, again, I think I've gotten freshwater drum on this once or twice. Unless that was my hunch drummer. That always surprises me. Because I expect to catch them when I'm on float tackle, but not when I'm using lures. They don't pay very well, but I think they're good for experience. Ah, I missed ya. Let it sink. And if you're fishing in this spot, or somewhere where there's weeds right along the shore, and you're getting hits right too close to you, then take a few steps back. You don't have to stand right on the shore. You can actually stand back a little bit. In fact, sometimes in real life fishing, you actually stand a couple feet back just so that if the fish do get nearby, they don't see you standing there. Is there anything in the weeds? Because I didn't get anything out in the middle. Maybe not. Oop. Ah, too late. I set the hook and jerked it right out of the water. Too bad the fish wasn't attached. I have had that happen at least a couple times, where the fish hits close enough when I set the hook, it just pulls it straight out of the water. Alright, let's start going for catfish. I guess I could have fast traveled again. It's not the biggest lake, but it can still help to do that. Okay, all the way up. I gotta switch to the rod stand. Make sure it's green. Now, not that one. Let's start with the feeder rod. Right click first. I like to cast it slightly past where I have that. And I believe the feeder rod has been drifting left when I cast it. Alright, where did I put? There we go. It's kind of hard to see that. Blends in with the weeds. Let's see, Nero should be my float rod. And that one's been drifting to the right when I cast it. Oop, that was fast. I'm coming. I'm coming. Those bells are not my favorite sound in the world, but it's better than the beeping sound on the ones that have the bite alarm, which I'll be unlocking before too long. Young channel cat, which is the best you can do here, but one of the reasons I'm fishing here for the cat is, one, I know that I can catch them in this spot, and for the most part, that's the only thing that bites these baits. At least some of these baits. If I go to mud water, then you got the bowfin, which are horrible priced. And they'll also eat the small cut bait. Catfish! And so that's kind of annoying. Although I think I was getting bluegill and white crappie and spotted bass on some of these baits. Oh, I didn't put a shit to the left. Oh well, hopefully that'll work. Did it stand up? Yeah. Okay. And we wait. Guess I can toss this one again. Let's toss it at the same spot. Sometimes there's spotted bass and stuff in here too. Let it sink. Takes a slight bit longer here. Come on, fish. At least one of the 3 rods. So if you guys are using the feeder rods, bottom rods, I definitely recommend the rod stands. I've tried fishing with them in my hands, and it seems a lot easier to use the rod stand. and that also allows you to cast something else. Either have a float rod in your hand or a rod that has lures in your hand. Now it's behind the other rod, so that makes it a little harder to do this. But I can still kind of see where I'm casting. That was not a very good cast. Hopefully it'll work. Yay! I didn't even have to set the hook on that one. This one hooked himself. Spotted bass. Oop. Catfish. Put it back. Okay, try and cast it a little bit better this time. Hopefully. Yeah, that's better. That's where I wanted it. Put that down. How's the other one doing? Okay. Let me move it slightly towards me. Probably not going to matter, but sometimes moving them around helps, and sometimes it doesn't. Because if anything, the fish are moving around most of the time, so if it sits somewhere long enough, there's probably going to be a fish swim by. But that's not always the case. Uh-oh. Tell you what. Let me do a quick switch over. Switch over. I know. Switch back. Okay, that one's done. Pick up the other rod. And now I got a fish on the third rod. Come on, grab the other one before the fish goes away. Sometimes it's kind of nice that the float rod doesn't make noises when I get a fish, but at the same time, sometimes that makes it so it's easier to miss it, especially if you're busy doing something else. Okay. This one goes slightly to the right when I cast it, so put it that way. Put that on the right side. Switch back to the laker. It'll be slightly past. Where's the left side? There it is. Okay. Back to the feather light. Not my hardest cast. Yep, and I got a fish. Come here. Almost every single time I get a fish on from that hole, they swim up and they swim towards the center of the lake. Do, 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 do. Okay, put it back. Switch back to the Nero. Not my best cast. Oh, that was even worse than I thought. I thought I at least got it in the white section, but I guess I just missed it. Come on. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Well, technically, I think that's another one that got itself. Trophy, white crappie. Cast. Sink down, sink down, sink down. And go. Come on, fish. I got 3 rods out. Alright, I guess I'll recast. I'm like 30 or 40 feet from the water, so I don't think I would have had too much time to catch another fish. That was a really bad cast. It was a bad cast, but if it catches the fish, it was still good enough. Well, what do you know? Kind of surprised neither of the other rods is doing anything. Spotted bass. Hey, good cast. See, make sure you're not moving. Nope. It's still sitting there. Oh. That wasn't the rod I'm holding. do, 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 do. I got a fish on the other rod, don't I? Alright, well, put that one back there. And switch to this one. Hopefully the fish is still on. Yep. So I have my drag turned up pretty high on these rods, but the two float rods, or the float rod and the down rod, are 12-pound test. And considering these fish are like 1 pound, I think even the spotted bass only go up to like 1.8 pounds. Here, again, I forgot to aim left. Oh well. Hopefully I'll still get a fish on that. I may end up moving it in 2 minutes, but we'll see. So yeah, when I go to the other lakes, I gotta turn my drag down a little bit more, because I have the possibility of catching larger fish. But here, I can keep it a little higher. Try twitching. Well, what do you know? I haven't had that much luck with twitching here, but I'll still try it occasionally. Almost ready! Spotted bass. And the jingly rod. I'm glad the jingling stops when you grab the rod. Because in reality, it would probably still ring as you're pulling the fish in. And I'm fine with it not doing that. Got a fish on this one too. So I'll pull it in before I recast stuff. Whoops. Sorry, fish. I didn't mean to fling you around like that. Alright, this one aim left. Yeah. I kind of thought I did that. That was better. That'll work. See, that's on the right side. Back to the laker. No, the other way. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Sometimes it gets annoying. That should be fine. There it is. And the feather light. Oh, okay. Fine with me. I'll reel this in while that sinks. It's just about the closest I can get to multitasking. And there. Sink back down. Hey, what do you know? Trophy white crappie. Ooh. I see a rod moving. Catfish. Gotta angle it that way just a bit. There we go. Oh. Good timing. Catfish. That should work. Oh, okay. Do, 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 do. Oh. It's funny, I'm concentrating on using the other rod and I get a hit on this one and I set the hook on that one even though it's this rod. Sometimes I'll be fishing like this and I'll get a message on my phone or something and that'll cause me to set the hook too. Oop, that was an actual fish. Try twitching. No? Alright. Oh, cool. I'm glad you hooked yourself, because my nose itched. Spotted bass. I've spotted a bass. Oh. I thought I saw movement. My bobber's moving. Come here. Let's see. I think this is $1.99. Let's see. This This one's the one that drifts right. Yep. Where's the other rod? Oh. Okie dokie. $200. I need 50 more. I don't think I'm going to catch those 50 before the end of the video. I'm not catching them that fast. Although I might catch them before the end of this fishing trip. Oh, I got a hit on the other rod. Right as I switched. But I was already switching, so I wasn't able to set the hook. Let's see. This one drifts left. Well, might as well just pull it in. It was right on shore. So, for those of you guys that play the game, what's your favorite location to fish? Uh-oh. I thought I aimed left. I guess I aimed right. I know I didn't put out the other rod yet. Figured I'd try that one at least a little bit first. Laker. And there goes the other rod again. Ooh, that was not a very good guess. Do, 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 do. Okay, aim left. I guess that was okay. Where's the rod? There we go. Pick up that one. Pick up that one. Oh, he was sitting there watching it. Trophy white crappie. You were just waiting for it to move. Oops, speaking of move. Oh no. Both of them at the same time again. Come on, where's the rod? Okay. Put it back there. I remembered to aim left. See what actually goes that way. Hey, not bad. Put that one down. Switch back to the Laker Pro. Nope, that's not it. There it is. This one we aim slightly right. That wasn't too bad. Now, do I have a fish hit it right away again? Nope. Oh well. Ooh. Didn't have to wait too long, although it didn't bite. Ooh. Come on. And I think I had something hit the other rod right as I switched. Although it doesn't look like it ticked. I don't think it took the lure. Sometimes I get lucky and it does, and usually it doesn't. Yeah, that was decent. There we go. Are you still watching it? Well, maybe you were. White crappie. How am I doing on my fish keep? 41 fish. 2,200, not bad. 55 pounds. Coming off the end of the first hump on the graph. So it's going to get hard to catch fish in a minute. I'm probably going to have to fast forward. Although I may end up fast forwarding after I end the video. We'll see. I probably still have a few minutes. Oop. Float right, aim left. That was about right. Oh. Put it back there. Oh. I'm at the bank. When I cast the float rod right next to the marker buoy, it makes it kind of hard to tell when it moves. Because they're almost on top of each other. Ah, missed you. Gotcha. Oops. Trophy wet crappie. Ooh. Glad that wasn't really flipped right by it. Probably would have smacked me in the face in real life. That wouldn't have been fun. Alright. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I just passed the hour mark. That's usually what I shoot for. Like I was saying, if you guys play the game, which locations do you prefer fishing at? What kind of fish do you go for? With me, I'm not really sure exactly what my favorite place is. Um, I don't necessarily mind coming here and fishing for the spotted bass and stuff. I know I was saying that when I first started, for a long time, I was going to Mudwater. That was my home before they made this, and so I'd go for the mostly the largemouth bass there. Um, I've done a lot of the walleye fishing at Emerald Lake, and I'm just getting into the bass fishing and stuff in the Everglades. I did kind of like the or no, not walleye, northern pike fishing at White Moose. That was okay, and I definitely liked the snowy mountainous terrain around the lake, so that was cool. Although I still can't believe that's a 200-foot deep lake. That's that's amazing. I I didn't know lakes got that big that weren't like quarries or something or other. But since then, I've heard of a couple lakes that are kind of deep. So I guess maybe they are naturally deep like that. But anyway, so yeah, I've been to a couple different places. I do like Rocky Lake fishing for the trout. Um, that's fun as well. I've also been to Falcon Lake, which also allows you to use a boat. Um, maybe I'll try and do a video there before too long if I don't forget. Um, but I don't know. Depending on how much I make this week in between episodes, hopefully I can go to maybe the Everglades again. I don't know. Um, we'll see. I don't have enough gold to buy the advanced license there. Like I said, I'm saving up. I got 64, but I'm saving up for the home storage. And I figure if I'm gonna go for it, I might as well try and get the biggest amount I can get, which is 300 gold. And we are pretty close to the Halloween special event, because midway through October now. I don't remember exactly how long those usually last. It's usually at least a couple days, maybe a week. So hopefully before too long we'll have those. Some of the special fish for the special events, when you catch, you get a gold coin instead of game cash. So that may or may not help, depending on how big the fish are and where they are. Stuff like that. I don't remember too much of the Halloween fish from past years. Let's see. Nope, that's St. Patrick's Day. Let's see, what were the Halloween fish? I know I have them in here. Because, I know I've caught some. Was this one of them? Guns crappie? No. I think maybe that's April Fool's Day? It's been a while. I thought I had Halloween fish. But I'm now at the bottom. Maybe it was these? It doesn't seem right though. Or were they the bigger ones? Oh, that's a special fish. See, the rowdy bass and stuff, that I think that was also St. Patrick's Day. The historic stuff was July 4th. Huh. I I thought I had Halloween fish in here as well, but I don't see them. St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day. Maybe I haven't caught Halloween fish. This could be a new thing. Maybe I'll be adding fish to my my list. Anyway, okay, so let's see. I asked what you guys like, where you go, stuff like that. What places would you like to see me fish? Do you like seeing me fish here at Lone Star? Would you like me to see me do Mudwater? Did you want to see me do more Emerald Lake? And speaking of Emerald, have you guys caught the what's it, pike slasher? I've been tossing that Frankenbait for I don't know how long. I even did it in some of my videos. I can't catch that thing. I finally gave up. Maybe I'll still catch it one day. I don't know, but I got tired of trying. I had a fair number of times where I'd sit on the dock and I'd cast it out, leave it at the edge of the weeds where I'm supposed to catch it, and it would just sit there the entire time I was fishing for walleye. Nothing. So, I don't know. I did that I think at least 2 or 3 times, where it just sat there the whole time. But, maybe I'm not supposed to catch it. Who knows? Maybe I'll catch it during Halloween. I don't know. It probably won't be on camera, though. Also, speaking of camera, I'm not sure if I'm going to make videos yet or not, but I did recently start playing Russian Fishing 4 just to check it out. Be honest, I definitely prefer Fishing Planet. I don't know how old Russian Fishing 4 is. I don't remember. But I saw somebody else playing it and figured I'd check it out. I was like, hey, another fishing game, and it's free. So, I have been looking at it. The days go by really fast in that game. I thought the days were fast in Minecraft. But, I was fishing one of the lakes there, and, like, I came out to the edge of the lake, and it was morning, like, daybreak, and I went all the way around the lake, and I was just fishing every patch of grass that I saw with my float rod, and I'd cast once and see if I got something or not. And then I'd move to the next patch and move, and I got all the way around the lake, back to where I started, and the sun was going down. I had to turn my flashlight on. I was like, wow. It's a decent-sized lake. It's one of the 2 starter... I guess it's the starter lake. Because you have a starter lake and a starter river. And it was the lake. And I was like, wow, that was fast. I mean, you can be float fishing or whatever, toss it out and get a fish right away. And by the time you fill the fish in, it's been like an hour and a half in game time. Or if you're like using the casting thing, you can cast and it'll be like hour and a half, 2 hours, and you finally pull the fish in, and it's only been a few minutes. So I don't know why it goes by so fast, but it does. I do like the idea of the upgrades and things. Not as much of a fan of having to spend points to upgrade. I wish just doing the things would allow the skills to get better. But, we'll see how that works. Anyway, see you guys next time. Bye.